Hi, we're the Sanchez family. This is Hasiel, he'll be 4 this week. This is Saila, she just turned 6 months. My name is Kayla.
And I'm Luis.
Back in July we found out I was pregnant. We were super excited to expand our family, and Hasiel was going to be a big brother. And
it was planned, it was not a surprise.
We were at the hospital getting the ultrasound done. Something came over me and I felt impressed to ask the technician, can you check the baby's heart? Well, at the end of our appointment, the first technician came back and she says, before you guys leave, one of the doctors would like to meet with you at the birthing center. So we didn't think anything of it, and so we walked over, because we were at the main Lakeland hospital. We walked over to the birthing center, and they sent us over to a room, and the doctor sat us down, and she says, there's concern, and she said that there may be some problems with the baby's heart. And so we just kind of looked at each other and were like, what? And she's like, you know what, it could be nothing. It could be nothing, but I would like for you guys to see a specialist. So in December, we find out that that our baby Saila is coming with a heart defect. But not just a heart defect, they did see that there may be something a little more serious. You know, we went from a normal pregnancy to a high-risk pregnancy, and we were going to appointments about 2-3 times a month. So in February, we spent a whole day from morning to late afternoon meeting the medical team, social work, everybody that was going to be part, going to be part of her life. And I remember at that appointment, at one of the appointments on that day, the doctor who reads the echocardiograms took us aside and says, you know, I don't see transposition of the arteries. So we had spent December, January, this is February, so 3 months thinking, you know, we know the diagnosis, we know what to plan for, there's a prognosis, we're good, you know. When we met with the medical team and they tell us, well, there is no transposition of the arteries, there is something more, but we are having a hard time figuring out what it is because there's more calcium filling up around the bones, which is not allowing us to see clearly into the heart. So Saila was born. I was given the opportunity to hold her, which was something that I didn't think was going to happen. We thought, well, she's going to be born.
We're going to
take her away, and we're not going to see her until the end of her surgery. Seeing her, and it just like, it was amazing, you know, she's alive, she's doing okay. And so after they did their evaluation, they tell us that, well, there were about 3 cardiologists.
Reading the results.
Yeah, and
just to make sure that everything was accurate, and they were asking each other questions.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what's going on, why there's so many people like checking her, you know, is she okay? They tell us that she's doing okay, her heart is okay, but her anatomy is off. And they said, well, she's doing okay, and we're going to allow you to take her to your room and spend the next 2 days with her. And I just cried. I remember we had those moments, those first few moments where we never in a million years we thought we would have that moment with her. After multiple echocardiograms, they finally tell us that her diagnosis is called double outlet right ventricle. There's an acronym.
It's a DORF. But pretty much what it is, that your pulmonary artery and your aorta artery, instead of one going to the left side of the heart and the other one going to the right, you both go to the right side. But Saila, the upper part of her septum wall was almost gone. And then she had about 7 or 8 other holes in the muscular section of the septum wall at the bottom.
So on May 8, Saila was rehospitalized at Bronson Children's Hospital. they found out she had pneumonia and the rhinovirus. And she spent a week at Bronson to the point that they said we can't do anything else for her. So she was transferred in one of those transport incubators to keep her, you know, alive.
Baby ambulance, pretty much.
Yeah, and they transferred her to Ann Arbor.
On Mother's Day, she turned blue. She couldn't breathe.
I remember the doctor telling us to step outside. We really didn't think she was going to make it. I remember calling my husband and saying, I need you here, I really do. And he says, you know, he was teaching. I remember
I was at work.
This was Friday before Mother's Day, and I said, you know, Saila's not doing well, and, you know, I really need you. And I said, forget the job. You know, I think right now family is more important. And that was his last day. The Friday before Mother's Day was his last day of work, and we realized, you know, right now we just need to focus on her, because we didn't know if we were going to have her much longer.
I made it from New Buffalo to Kalamazoo in less than 40 minutes.
You don't want to experience, as a mother, just kind of taking in the sight of seeing your daughter just kind of giving up. And I remember them trying to give her oxygen, and she's breathing and her eyes are just open and she's trying to catch her breath. And I'm just standing there looking at her, and they asked me to leave. And I thought that was going to be the last time that I was going to see her. They called me back because I had left. They asked me, you know, do you want to see a chaplain? Do you want to talk to anyone? And I said, no, I just want to be alone right now.
I never like it when they say, do you want to see a chaplain? It's like...
And Saila had her third open heart surgery on June 2nd. And she had not even turned 2 months old yet. And I remember that night just kind of opening my heart and just asking God to speak to me, because I needed him at that moment. And I have a women's devotional that I read at night, and I just said, God, just speak to me. I need to hear your voice. And I remember opening my devotion. It was June 1st, the night before her open heart, and reading about 3/4 of the page down, these words just pop out of the page, and it just says, do not worry about tomorrow, I'm already there. So she had her surgery, and she came out good. She's our warrior princess. She made it through. The name Warrior Princess comes from a friend who came over one day, and after her first 2 open heart surgeries, and she's like, she's a warrior. She's a warrior princess. And I said, you know what? She is. So that's her nickname, Warrior Princess. In 1 week, Saila recovered and went home. And we just knew that God was taking care of her. And
we only had half the world praying for her, though.
Yes.
We had a lot of people.
We have a lot of support, a lot of love that people have shared, and we're just so thankful. You know, all the messages and comments that people have left on Facebook and through text and email, and you know, just being there, and even support through the Ronald McDonald House, and you can share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, when you leave your house and you don't know for how long you're gonna be out, when you can go into a hotel and you can spend your evening there, but Saila and I, our son and I, stayed mainly at the Ronald McDonald House, and it was like a home away from home. The people there really, really, really care for you, and they have a golden heart, you know. They even had ladies from local churches coming in twice a week to make dinner for us.
It was really good.
And these ladies could cook. I mean, and The rooms were clean. Everything was amazing. And the people were really open to helping whatever you needed. And that was amazing. They had a huge pantry, and they had
your own locker,
a full kitchen, your own locker, your own section in the refrigerator for you to have whatever you wanted to buy for snacks or whatever. It was great. Choo-choo. Ronald McDonald's house was just amazing. It was definitely a home away from home. And the price, it was like $10 a day. That's for all the stuff that they do for you and all the services and accommodations they have for you. It's just priceless. You will not have people from the local church to cook for you at a Motel 6, that's for sure. So it was just amazing, and just the heart that the people had when the workers, the people that work at the Ronald McDonald House, they were just so kind and so amazing. They really understood the pain that the families had, the families that were staying there. And their mission was to ease your pain and suffering. While you were going through that hard time in your life, you didn't have to worry about one more thing, you know. Mm-hmm. So when we go visit, even if we're not staying, we go visit the staff. It's just amazing people with the heart in the right place.
She's a little blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl. And we're just so thankful she's here, and you know we take every day as a gift, you know, from God, and we're just thankful that, you know, she's part of our lives.